Hey guys, today we're going to be playing some Sims 4, so let's get into it! Today we'll be starting a new Let's Play, so let's start. So in today's video I'll be speeding up the gameplay and talking about what happens. So in this first part I was deciding if I wanted to do story mode or normal, so I decided to do normal and not story mode. So I started off with the face and I used this base face with the blue eyes. So I took off all the hair and the hat to make it easier to do all the facial features. I changed the eyebrows to more curved ones and changed the colour of the eyes. I decided I wanted to make the eyes a little bit bigger, so I changed them. And then I wanted to put on some hair, but then I didn't because I wanted to get all the outfits and then do the hair. And then I needed to take off that necklace because it was really annoying. So I took off all the clothes and the accessories and sorted out the clothes. And then I put on a dress and I realised I needed to sort out her body. So I put on that dress and realised. So now I'm just looking at the character and deciding how big I want her to be. So I didn't want her to be too big, but then I didn't want her to be really skinny. So I kind of went for in between. So she's quite muscly, but not that muscly. And she's big, but not that big. So now that I finished the body, I'm going to start with the outfits. I really like that outfit, but I looked through all the colours and they weren't really a nice colour. So I decided not to use it. And then I kept scrolling down. I found this really cute dress, but I decided to use that for the hot weather instead. And I really like this dress, so I really wanted to use it, but I didn't know if I was going to use it in blue or white, but I decided to go with it in white. So now I'm just looking at the hairs. I'm really liking that hair at the moment, so I decided to use that, but then I decided to change it to a different one after. So let's just do the shoes. So I picked those shoes, the Converse with the white, and then I decided to go back to the hair and change it. I changed it to a one down, but a bit longer than the other one, so I decided to go with that one. And then I changed the name. I randomized it a few times and then I decided, oh no, wait, let me do that one. So I decided to name her Chelsea because she just looks like Chelsea. And then I randomized the last name again, but I couldn't find anything, so I decided to just go with a name Hill. So that's what I decided to use. And then I changed her voice because her voice sounded a bit weird. And then I changed all of our outfits, and then at the end I did all of our aspirations and traits. So now I went on to the formal. Her formal dress looks quite weird, so I decided to change it. I changed it to that one and then used some white heel shoes. So, but it didn't quite look quite right, so I decided to look again, and I found this really nice black one, so I decided to use that one. And then I changed the colour of the shoes to match, and I really like that. And for the active, it was so bad when I got it, so I decided to change it to shorts, a crop top, and then some trainers. And I used the whole combo for the top and the bottoms. And now I'm moving on to pyjamas, where I chose a full body. And I really like this one at the moment, so I decided to go with that one, and then used obviously the bunny slippers. Like, what else would you use? And then I moved on to the party outfit. I wanted to go for something fancy, but not too fancy, so I decided to go with that because it didn't look too fancy, but kind of fancy. And then I wanted to use these shoes in black, but it just didn't match, so I decided to go with them in white. And then I went back to the formal to get a wedding dress outfit. So I decided to go with a long white one, but I did look at some other options, and I picked some white shoes. I couldn't see the shoes, but that's what they looked like. I didn't know if I wanted to use a white dress or a different colour dress, so I looked around and then I decided to go back to that first one with the white. And then I went back to the pool wear, well, swimming wear, and I decided to look for some that were like blue and white, but I decided to go with the one that was like greeny, bluey, white. And like I said at the beginning, I wanted to use that dress for the hot weather. And then I used some flip-flops. I was going to use the white ones, but then I decided the purple ones went really well, so I decided to use the purple ones. And then for the cold weather, I used this top with... I used it in black. I thought I'd use it in white, but I used it in black with some black leggings / jeans, and then some... I don't know what they're called. I'm just going to say boots for now. And then for Aspiration, I wanted her to be a writer, so I put her with the cheerful trait, and then I looked for some other ones, but the closest one to writer was bookworm, so I decided to use a bookworm. And then I used also creative because I wanted her to be a creative writer. And then cheerful is always a good trait. And then I went back through all the outfits to double check them, and I'm really happy with all the outfits. I think in the active wear, like the fitness, I think I could have changed the hair up to put it up, but I forgot to do that. But I don't really mind because I don't think she'll be working out very much, because I don't need to go to the gym for a job because she's going to be a writer. And then that, if you want to download her, it's all base game, and I put it on the gallery. So now I picked which world I wanted to live in. I wanted to live in Willow Valley or Willow Creek, I think. I don't know, I think it's Willow Creek. And I decided to move into that house and then and get it without the furniture because I was going to change all the furniture anyway. So then I decided to renovate the starter house because I didn't really like it that much. So in this loading screen I was like, I wonder what design I want to choose. So I decided to go with like a modern design but not really expensive because I didn't have a lot of money. I only had 12k. Well, 12,000 simoleons. I wanted to change the roof because the default roof does look a bit weird, but I really like it at the same time. So I started off with changing all the colours of the windows because I didn't really like the colours of them. Like brown and white wasn't really my style. So I wanted to go back and change the door, but I decided to do that at the end because I didn't know what I was going to put there. And then I think I changed all the wallpaper and I got a little bit of money back. And then I also changed the floor because I really wasn't a fan of that floor. Right now I'm obsessed with this floor that I'm about to use. I don't know what it's called, but because I forgot, but I just love it. And I was going to put some lights in so it was easier for you guys to see, and I just needed some lights in there. So I just put some lights in. I put one light in every room except from I put one in the hallway and two in the kitchen, I think, and then two in the bedroom. I didn't want to go really expensive with the counters, so I didn't go really expensive, but I wanted to really bad. But luckily I didn't, and I kept it cool and I used the cheap ones. I really wanted to use an expensive fridge, but I barely ended up with enough money at the end, so I decided to just spend some stuff, like some clutter with the leftover money, because I barely had any. And then I was checking the height of the walls because it looked like they were massive, but they were only on medium, so I kept them with medium. I got a medium, not size, medium price oven or stove, and then a cool sink, and then I got a dishwasher because they are just so easy. And then I wanted to put the bin there, but it kept getting stuck there, so I decided not to put a bin because I was going to use the sink instead. And then I was going to put a bin at the end, but then I forgot. So in the next episode I'll probably put a bin somewhere. And I wanted to get a TV, but they were so expensive, so I think I just put one. I wanted to get one on the wall, but it was so expensive, and I don't want to get the really blocky TV because I just don't like it. So I used the one that was like in the middle, and then I bought a table and put the TV on that. And then I moved the sofa a bit back, and then put all the walls down. Then I decided to start on the study because she's going to be a writer. She needs a computer, which I actually forgot. So I kind of ended up with not a lot of money for that room. So I had to get a really small bookcase because she's a bookworm, so she obviously needs a bookcase. And then I got that chair because it was cheap, but it wasn't the really cheap one. It wasn't expensive, but it was a really nice medium price one. I wanted to put the light there and then put some clutter on the table, but then it didn't let me place some items on there. So I decided to move the light to the other side and then put all the clutter on the other side. And that's quite annoying because I usually put all the clutter on the left side and then the light on the right side. So it's a bit annoying, and I couldn't decide which colour of the books I wanted, so I just ended up going with the default. And then I think that's all I put on there because I didn't want to use the children pen holder thing because I just thought it was too like children. It was too childish for an adult who's writing. And I decided to put a nice rug there because I thought I was just missing something. And in the future, when I get some more money, I'll buy a big bookcase. I decided to go with a not cheap. I went with the second cheapest toilet, and then I decided to put some toilet roll in there because I wanted some because realistic. So yeah, I wanted to put a towel in, but there wasn't enough room for a towel, so I decided just not to use a towel. I used the cheapest shower, otherwise it would just be too expensive and I wouldn't be able to get anything else. For the bedroom, I got a big bed, otherwise the sim would feel uncomfortable, and that's really annoying when that happens. So I placed down the bed, and then I looked at the colour swatches, and I liked the one with the leaves, I think it was. That one. And then I decided to go with the stripes, because I've never used that one before. I used a cheap side table, a wardrobe, so then my sim could change outfits, and then I decided to get another bookcase because of obviously my sim was a bookworm and she is a writer, and then I needed a table to eat at, so I decided to just put one by the windows. When you're eating, you should look out the window. And then I used a different floor for the outside, so I feel like that floor just makes it look unfinished. And then I wanted to put a chest set outside because it was just really plain outside, so I decided to put a chest set with a chair, obviously. And then I needed to change the, I don't know what it's called, but I needed to change the bottom of the platform because I didn't like that. So I decided to change it. And the windows were in such a weird place, so I decided to move them around. That one was so lonely, so I decided to put two in there. Made that in the middle, and I realised that one was higher than the other ones, which was really annoying. So I decided to change it. And like I said at the beginning, I changed my door, and I changed this really nice door because I had quite a bit of money, and I love that door so much. And then I think I changed the outside, but then I was like, I don't really need to change it, so I didn't change it because it would just be a waste of money. And then I wanted to change the roof, but then the default one just looks weird. So I decided to change the colour of the default one, and it looks so much better. So inside, you walk in and you see a lot of really cool stuff. And I needed to change the camera so I could actually walk in like a person, like a real person. So outside there was a chess table, and then if you go through the door, there's a TV, a sofa, and then the kitchen, and then the table. And then I need to put the walls down. And then in here there's a study with a computer, the bathroom, and then a wardrobe and a bed. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to download the house for yourselves, make sure to download it from the gallery using the name in the corner. And I hope you enjoyed this video, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye!